ICAST 2025 here at the Bonafide booth. I'm here with Hans Nutz. He's going to walk us through the new Hammer by Native. What do we got here, brother? There's a lot of new features.
It's wild. Yeah, so this is the new Hammer 1210. This is a boat that is designed around being able to have your motors, have your pedal drive, but you can really use the pedal drive in a way that it can either be your primary or it can be your backup.
Right.
However you want to do it, but this is a boat that allows you to do both, and it's seamless in the way that it works. So that's the cool thing.
Pedal drives, motorized pedal drives. This is my kayak. I see myself fishing out of this already.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
This obviously looks different than the Propel drive everyone's been used to for the past decade.
Let's start out with that. This is the Propel X-Range. This is Native's updated Propel system.
Yep.
You recognize it has the thwart tube up here for stabilizing, but what is really cool about this is that we now have a new latch system down low, which is going to make it really easy to pull this thing up and out of the boat. So you pop the scupper out, grab the handle down low, you lift and deploy.
Boom.
There it goes. Now, there's a couple things that are really cool about this. It does integrate up onto the deck. It saves you have all this room now behind you.
Right.
And then one of the other things about the old pedal drive was that the thwart tube was hard to deal with when it was off the boat, when you wanted to store it in your car.
Oh yeah, you know what happened? It fell over in my truck, landed on my rods, broke 3 rods.
Yes.
That was a $400 mistake.
They tip over, you know, they are big, they're heavy because they need to be really, really strong, right? So we've made sure that this thing is really sturdy, but what's cool is you can pull this thing off. You can pull the pin out.
Oh, you keep the thwart tube in.
Thwart tube stays on the boat. The drive, you can set this in the back of your car.
Got it.
So you've got some flexibility there. The other thing too is you got a weed cutter built into the prop.
Check it out, Jake. Juicy. Fixing problems, solving problems. I like it.
Yeah. While I've got it out, I'll show you this is the cavitation plate. That just gives you more efficiency when it's down in the water, but we've built the trigger in here, so as you're getting ready to pull it up out of the boat, you drop that down, it catches the prop, lines it up, and then you pull it up out of the boat.
You've had that for an original one as well, right?
Yes.
Got it.
Yep. So we just integrated it, made it all more of a one-hand retrieve.
I like it.
So this goes back in, and then this is a latch system, and it's built onto the latch. Works with the neck, so when you're dropping it back down into the scupper, all you got to do is just hit that, have this part hit that part, and in it goes.
All right, I felt the click.
Yep, there you are. So
that's next
much
level.
Easier way to deploy it, stow it, and then the scupper cover is all new. It's gasketed. We have a dry pod. So you can store keys, some small parts up here.
I like it. You got rid of the cup holder right in the middle.
Got rid of the cup holder. We've got the easy storage, and it drops in and it just locks in at the back.
Yeah, you switched over. Well, I'm used to having the push clicks.
Yep.
Now these are all.
We've switched over to the rotating knobs, which just sort of make it quick and easy.
I like it.
And you know the nicest part about the X-Range system is that we have actually made the drive part longer, and what that did is it allowed us to have more floor space up here, and this now feels and functions more like a boat that doesn't even have a pedal drive in it.
Right, it's like a deck.
So when you look at the older versions, you know, you've got a scupper that's back here, it's standing up high.
Yep.
Now it's all nice and open because, you know, you may want to fish at times. You may want to fish where you don't have the drive unit in and you're just motoring.
100%.
And so
you can move up.
What I have here is the Wizard foot brace system built onto these are accessories, but you can have those on the boat as well. And you can steer with your feet if you're running a motor. You can steer with your hand with our drop-down rudder system if you're running the pedal.
All right.
So
what size are these?
Those are the 3600.
The 3600s?
Yep, the Plano box storage.
I love that because I hate turning around and getting in my backpack. I mean, I will. I mean, that's what it's there for. But having just a couple.
Yeah.
Because what I do is I always prep my stuff in the morning.
Yep.
And the day before. And I only need a couple things. So having that right, I don't have to turn around.
There. And
that's nice.
You've got one on either side. You've also got a tray underneath the swivel seat.
Yeah.
Storage tray. So we were actually talking about that not long ago.
I was like, I love my tray.
Yep.
Not the soft tray. I like the hard tray. You guys did it.
Yep.
You made it happen.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, that comes out way out.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it's a big graveyard. This
That's cool.
is a Millennium seat?
The Millennium seat, it's the single layer fabric that's really breathable, obviously. It's built on a swivel on a frame that you can also upgrade or switch out the swivels and the seat if you like something a little different, like the Tempest seat or something like that.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
All right, what's under here? Some juice under here.
Walk back here. All right, so with motorization, with wanting to have both pedal and power, we've got the battery storage area. So a couple details about this. This will store, up to the bigger batteries, but also it has been built with a footprint that will allow you to do the low pro or the
Newport Low Pro.
the new low pro Newport battery. So it will land there, and then there is a drop-in bucket as well. So if you're not storing the biggest battery, you can have a bucket in there and store a smaller battery too. This is a through-hole wiring, so your battery power can just run straight.
It's all clean,
straight to the front, to the back, whichever way you're going with it.
I just got my black pack back, Jake. That's where my battery sits now.
Yep. Now you have your black pack for.
I can actually put lures and stuff in it. And I would imagine when you put that weight down, how's that help with stability, right? You got your center, it does.
Yeah, absolutely. That's where you want it to be. If you can get it there, that's a great spot for it. So that's.
Are any other companies doing that?
Not to that degree.
Yeah, I always see it like tucked behind the seat, and maybe inset a little bit.
The Titan has it.
It's like gone. Yeah, out of sight.
I think Shane spent a lot of time getting that set up. Absolutely.
Is there any reason why that was open, or just running wires if you need to, or
the depth needed for the bigger batteries?
Yeah.
You needed it.
You guys working with
literally all that. We're
quarter
working
inches.
down to quarter inches. Yeah.
You did it. Congrats.
And let me show you something real quick with that storage up front. How it works with the hatch. We didn't really talk about that much.
No, we skipped over.
But you've got power link plates up here, right behind the drive. These gear track are set up so you can, if you're not running the pedal drive, you can run across the
command center
bridge, the main, or you can move everything over onto the side if you're going to run the pedal drive. But this is a great spot for your sonar batteries, your other electronics, and then it's got the drop-in bucket for the interior side.
There you go.
This is for your transducer?
Yes, that is your transducer.
Is there a puck on the bottom? You run through hull?
Yes, it runs through hull to the bottom. You may be able to see that.
I feel it.
Yep. So there's the transducer.
Just like my P127. And I love that, by the way.
Right. Yep. So that's really nice. And then up front, the bow on this is mounting points. Those are the mounting points you can use for your motor guide or your.
Some companies won't take the risk and mount these in here because of cooling. You guys do it.
Oh, yeah. So and it is tough. Sometimes you may want to add a bracket or something like that. But I think Native has a bracket for that.
Okay.
It will allow you to mount in different configurations.
Yeah. I've seen some kayak companies won't even touch it. You guys go the extra mile.
These are inserts. These are inserts in here. So that's what they're there for, is so that you can motorize the boat.
100%.
Yeah, 100%. And there is a tow loop up here too.
There it is.
So so that's going to be standard on the boat.
Trailer instead of running it through
we've got grab handles at the front and on the sides. So it's just a nice little convenient way of.
What's the weight on this girl?
I think it's 115.
115?
Something like that. Yeah, I'm not 100% on that.
Do you know weight capacity?
650.
Okay.
650. So it's up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, 100 south of the XTR.
Yes, that's right. So it's up there. Just a couple more quick things.
Take your time, bro. I'm loving this.
Yeah, it does have our drop-down rudder system back here.
Okay.
And so, again, that's what's nice about that, is that you can pull that thing up and out of the way if you're not needing it. But if you're gonna drop in the propel, the X range, you can hand steer.
Yeah.
You can foot steer while hand steering.
Okay.
So you got a couple options there as well. And then of course, sidekick track, paddle holders back here, and this nice big tank.
Yeah, it's gonna hold 16 by 16.
16 by 16
with room
with more
for your tether tubes to hop on there.
Yep.
I like it.
A couple things about the hull.
Yeah.
The hull is really like shaped for more for being out in water that's gonna, if it gets into swells, things like that. This is a boat that's maneuverable. It's got a little less initial stability, so when you sit in this boat, you're gonna feel some of this, but it's got a lot more it's got secondary stability, so you get that, like you come over and if you get bobbed by a wave, you're gonna go up and over it, you know. So that's cool.
Don't freak out. You're like, oh, it's
you don't
not
freak
stable.
out. These are different, and that's what really separates it. If you're looking at a Titan X versus the Hammer, those are some of the differences. The Titan X is like
Pontoon style hull.
more pontoon style, more block, like heavy in the water. This boat's going to be more nimble, faster, a little more efficient in the water. So those are some of the differences between the two, and you kind of get to decide what's your flavor. These are set up for the motor steering.
Pre-plumbed.
They will have, yes, they will. I think they will have the tubing port.
All right, so it's juicy. It's here on the ICAST floor. However, when can all the viewers get their hands on this thing?
January 26th.
January 26th. Sorry, they're teasing you here. Teasing me.
Yeah.
Come on.
A little bit longer, but not too long.
I can be patient.
Not too long.
I can be patient. I can wait. I honestly see myself upgrading from the Bonafide P127 to the Native Hammer.
Absolutely.
I can see that. I can see that crossover. Man, I own a Native already. I own a P1. I own a Bonafide. Go back to Native. Same company. Same umbrella company.
Yeah.
So Hans, my man, thank you so much for walking us through that.
You're welcome.
Looking forward to this.
Can't wait to get it out there.